We've got Lachy in the house today. Welcome, mate.
Thank you. It's good to
Mate,
be here.
did you get a haircut today?
Yesterday.
Yes, for the podcast.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah, looks good.
Thank you.
So we had a little chit chat yesterday, and you said you had some questions that you wanted to ask, and hopefully we, things that you're curious about. More particularly about the business, right?
Yeah.
So Lachy is one of our team members. He's been with us for a couple of months now, and I think he just wanted to get a bit of an insight on us and the property, the business, things in general. But yeah, shoot it away, man.
Yeah, no, I was just curious about why you started the business. Like, what got you initially into wanting to be in property?
Okay, so I started at 21, 22. How old are you now?
I'm 20.
Perfect. So imagine yourself 1 or 2 years from now. I didn't have any ambitions to be in property or anything like that, but it was more so like, okay, I'm 20, 21, 22. Like, I kind of don't know where I want to be. I just know I want to be successful. I want to, I want to make a good amount of income. Every time, you ask people, what do you do for, that makes a lot of money? They tend to say something to do with property or finance or investments or something like that. Yeah. And so okay, well, maybe that's where I should start. And I just applied for a job in finance and it happened to be in property investment. So yeah, I was 21 and I was junior. I didn't know anything and I had to learn about everything about property, everything about finance. I was there for about 5 years. It was a very old school environment where it's very corporate. There's hierarchies,
of course.
And the good thing that came from that was I had a mentor, and he taught me a lot about what I know today, and how to think, how to do things, how to handle the business, the clients, etc. But COVID happened, so that was a bit of a weird one for everyone, and so. The business wasn't going in the direction that we all hoped, and also there was no real vision of where the future was going to be for that particular business. And I was approached by a different company, but the other company is now more younger and modern and all about social media and all about marketing.
So it was a big switch.
It was a massive switch, whereas before it was all like old school corporate, cold calls, it was all very structured, but now it's all new school, right?
Okay.
But the downside on that is, structures wasn't in place yet. There was no structures. There was no real order. There was you kind of have to make up your own way to make sure things get done. And so when I was there for about 10 months, 11 months, and I thought man, I think I could do a little bit better than this. I think I can put both approaches together, the old school with the new school. You've been here for a couple of months, and you should see that. I think we respect independence. We respect our team to make their own decisions, but also having the accountability and the structures to make sure things get done. Yeah. Dean and I, we don't have any offices. We're there with the team, and so I want to continue the open floor. But we need to make sure we have systems in place, and because those systems and procedures will always go much further than any talented people. And so we need to make sure that everything's in place so that if somebody's sick, if somebody's away or whatever, we can make sure the system will take over and continue its production line.
Yeah. And what was the hardest part of starting up your own business?
The hardest part, okay. There's a couple of ways looking at this. So number one is fear.
Of course.
That's probably, if you want to call it that as part of that, it's probably fear. When you start your own, you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. You don't know what to do next, and you do your best, right? And you take one day at a time. Our business has a really long cash flow. Property settlement takes 6 months, 9 months, sometimes even more than 12 months to settle. And so so cash flow is a big deal. So when you're starting out, cash flow is definitely really, really hard. But another hard thing is just not knowing, man. There's no rules to this. You just kind of have to figure your way out. I think entrepreneurship is awesome. Yeah. but it's not for everybody. Well, that's my opinion anyway.
Of course.
I think people can do it if they push themselves, but some people just don't want to do it. And I don't think if it's not for you, then if you don't believe that you would like to do it, then I don't think you should do it, because at some point it's going to get really, really hard. And the only thing that gets you through is the fact that like you want this more than ever than working for somebody else.
Yeah, of course. And how did you come together with Dean to like just start your own property investment group?
Dean, I've known him since I was like 14 years old. We went to the same high school together. He's got his own business. Already, a completely separate industry. But when I decided that I wanted to start my own, I knew I had the knowledge of the industry, but I have no knowledge of running a business. And at the time I was like thinking, okay, what's the best way for me to make this work? Should I do this on my own and figure my way out? Or Dean already had a business, but also I chose him because of his who he is as a person. So he's he's very full of integrity. He's honest. He just wants the best out of people. He genuinely wants the best out of people, and so like that's the guy I want to partner up with. And
of course,
we've been kicking it ever since. So yeah, it's been good.
That's great. What would you want to just tell your younger self, if you could give yourself any sort of just advice to when you started in the first place? What would you want to give your younger self some advice for in starting your own business?
In starting a business? I think you should give more credit to yourself and believe in yourself more. Because if you believe yourself more and you're confident, you're probably going to you make a quicker and better decisions. So you make decisions faster and better if you believe in yourself. It does get hard. It does get tough. But I enjoy it. So like it's like it's challenging and it's hard sometimes, but it's fun. And so that's what I'm saying is like it might not be for everybody, but for me, I enjoy it. And I
you love what you do.
Yeah, genuinely, man.
Why is it that you love what you do?
I can't sit still, bro. Like I just like the fact that I turn up to the office every single day and I don't know what things I got to deal with today. Seriously, like things just pop up and you just got to go. And I think I just don't like doing the same things over and over again. I like the fact that I can jump around.
It's always fresh.
And also I just kind of, one of our values in the office is life is an adventure. And I believe that this path for me is an adventure because I just don't know what I'm going to come across tomorrow. And I don't know what else we're going to build in the future to make things bigger and better and more efficient. That's what our focus is right now.
Yeah. And was it hard to like get all the clients out, all the people that work for you? Was that easy, or how did you manage to get so many
team
people?
now?
The team together.
Oh mate, it's a learning experience. Like, okay, so to get talented people is one thing, but to get talented people that fits in the culture is another thing.
Exactly.
So we put so much effort and emphasis on culture, like
with the
it's
values.
A very thoughtful thing. Yeah. So like, I want the office and this business to be a space for me, like personally from looking from my perspective, to be a fun place, for a place that we can all succeed together, a place where we can contribute to the Australian people and help people. Like that's what the purpose of this is to help everyday Australians achieve financial freedom. So I just, that's what started this. But I also want to come to work and have fun. I don't want it to be tedious, and so to find people that want the same thing, that's probably the hard part, because sometimes you think they fit and then it might not work out that way. So over time, we've learnt how to, interview and understand and kind of gauge what people are like. And, but yeah, man, like it's really hard to hire people. Like it's really, really hard. Like I know people keep saying it, but it's hard to find talented people that fit and hopefully stick around long enough.
To see the growth.
Yeah, because whenever you're in a new workplace or a new job or a new skill, like it's hard. Like the first 3 months the first 3 months definitely is the testing point. But after that, up to about 6 months is where you're really going to tests, you get tested
Yeah.
because it'll get a little bit challenging. But after the 6 months, typically you would get the hang of it, and that's when you start to ripe the benefit of the things you've put in.
And speaking of growth, how do you see not the projection, but more so, how do you want to grow the business? How do you want to grow the company?
I want this place to grow, and not from my own selfishness. Like, I want this place to grow because I want to empower leaders in our business. Like it's not about me and Dean. Like, I want this to be a place where people can grow for themselves. So again, one of our values is personal growth.
Yep.
We're very, very big on that. And so it's not just about me growing or the business growing. It's about, yes, that to fulfill my needs, but also for the team to grow.
Yeah.
Like, because if I can help you with your journey, with your personal growth, with your mindset growth, you're going to be happy. And if you're happy and we're all happy in the office, we're all going to contribute a better, we're going to work better and we're going to contribute better to the society.
Yeah.
So I want the team to grow. So whatever it is that you're doing in whatever the team is in their role, like I want them to have the next thing.
Yeah. And you speak about like the values on the wall quite a bit. Why are they so important to you?
Because the business itself is an entity and it has its own personality. So if you take me away, if you take the founders away, the managers away, what you're left with is just people in one space. But how people will interact with each other will depend on what the values are.
Yeah.
Like, every family has their own values and we all value different things. And so also, if we all value the same thing, we're probably going to be aligned.
Yeah.
And if we're all aligned, we can work together with ease.
Exactly.
There's less conflict and communication is going to be better. And so the values is what's going to dictate the direction where this business is going to go. Yeah. Because we need to make sure that we're all rowing this boat together and not just one great person that's doing a really, really good job. Like, we all have to row this boat together. And hopefully that's going to the direction where every single party in the boat is happy to go.
Exactly, and that's where you can grow and become a bigger family.
Exactly,
like that.
Exactly. Like, we have big ambitions. Our mission is by 2030 we want to help 1,000 clients per year.
Okay.
So it's a big deal, and that's our big, hairy, audacious goal. And so we need a lot of people to do that, or more anyway.
Of course.
But we need more aligned people because more people doesn't necessarily mean more outcome.
Exactly.
More aligned people with the right skills and the right attitude is going to get us, really, really far.
Yeah.
And I hope they want to come for the challenge and the ride.
Awesome. And so when you started your company, what was the hardest challenge that you faced? Just
when you knew you are a nobody and nobody knows anything about you, that's hard.
Yes.
And so, like, mate, I would wake up and I would go into my little room office thing and I would just call past clients, existing clients, and just try and figure out how we can do some kind of business.
Yeah, because you started at ground up as well from previous jobs.
Yeah, so I was just literally contacting my old clients, like from 2, 3, 4 years ago, and I said, hey, this is around COVID time, so hey, the rates are really low. Do you want to refinance to a lower rate to save you some interest? And I would do some numbers, I would do some spreadsheets. I'm a bit of analytical. Yeah. And I would say, hey, you're going to save $5,000 or $6,000 a year or $20,000, depending on how much loans they have. Oh, and by the way, you could actually refinance and get your equity release and buy an investment. And if you do buy an investment, you're going to save XXX, you're going to make X amount based on these figures. Is it something you're interested in? And they'll say, yeah. And then that's how I started, like literally. Wow. And I would just call everybody every morning because I had nothing else. And then from there, you make a little, you make a little bit of money, and then you can spend that into marketing, and you create a company. Like, when I started, I had the ego way, which is, oh my God, I want a really nice office. Let's go get that office. Yeah. And then Dean said, like, what's the point of this office if we don't even have any customers? And I was like, oh yeah, that's a fair point. And so then we didn't do that. Yeah. And then we just kept, visiting clients in their home just to get started. Yeah. We didn't have the office that we have today. No way.
And do you think that ego just helped you push beyond where you think you could have gone?
It's both. Yeah. It's very critical, man. Like, it can help you because it will help you. Okay, like, it'll boost your confidence. Not boost, but you become a little bit delusional and think you can do it, which will help. And so you need that at the start.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it can kind of backfire a little bit because you think you're better than what you are, or you don't approach things the right way because you think you're better than other people or whatever. So it's a sensitive topic because it's both ways.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with it. You know, use what you can to your advantage, but don't go overboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I feel for me, I feel like I want to be better than everyone else, and I feel like that pushes me just to be just not better than everyone else, but it pushes me to want more.
Yeah.
And keep going, even if I'm having a bad day. It makes me want to keep pushing, keep going better, keep going stronger.
That's good, man. Like, I think I probably felt a little bit the same when I was at that age too.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what got me started, right?
Yeah.
And I want to be the best every single month, and I want to be number one every single month, and which I think raises your own personal standards. So don't worry about the rest. Like, what's your personal standard, right?
Yeah.
Like, are you meeting your needs? You know, if you are, then you just continue on. You try to keep pushing yourself and push your own boundaries.
When you started the company, and because I know a lot of people are like your friends or family, that sort of stuff. Would you prefer that? Would you prefer like having people that you don't know? Because I know people say don't mix pleasure with business, don't mix family with business, that sort of thing. But I feel like in this company, there's a lot of people that people know, a lot of friends, a lot of family involved. Do you think that like that's benefited you, or do you think it's more is something you wouldn't want to continue?
For me, I think so. Like, I can understand where people are coming from. But I mean, like I said, Dean, I've known since I was 14. And,
exactly.
But I trusted him from the start. And so it was like, there was nobody else that I think would, that I could partner up with that's better than him.
Yeah.
And also, he's not a money-driven kind of person. Like, he just wants to do a good job, and so I think that's gonna, for me, that was a really good thing to know about him. Yeah. To partner up with him, and my wife, she, I actually, when I was working for that first job, I actually got her on to come and work with me. So she's been by my side the whole entire time, and so. To me, it's helpful because she understands the business. Yeah, she pushes you. Man, she's like my biggest supporter. Like, you have no idea. Like, there's so many ideas that I think about at random times of the day, and I could be in bed and just thought of an idea for the business for tomorrow that I want to talk about, and then like I would run through it with her just to make sure that. Just like battle test it, like just to make sure what I'm thinking is actually the right thing, or, oh my God, this happened today in the office. How do you think I should handle this? Like, man, she's really, really, really emotionally intelligent. Yeah. So to me, that it's an advantage because she understands what I'm going through. She understands the business. She's a very emotionally intelligent person, so that helps me, to make a decision and whatever. So. Yeah, I don't think it's a problem. I can see why it can be a problem. Yeah. But for me, it hasn't been a problem. It's been actually a blessing.
It's been a blessing?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. And with property, why do you want to, because we're targeted towards more middle class, just everyday Australians. Yeah. Why is that? Why don't you want to go for more high-end clientele?
I don't want to help people to make more money because they're already rich. What's the point of that? Like, what's the pleasure in that? Like, they don't even need the money. Like, they're not even going to care about an extra 500 grand in the bank account because they made that money. Like, if I'm helping everyday Australians, like, it's going to make a real impact to them and their family. Like, I've been doing this for a decade now, and it's crazy to think that I've been doing this for a decade. And like, now I get to see, looking back at past clients that has invested and made X amount of dollars, and it's like, it literally changes their lives. They get to pay down their mortgage, or they get to refinance and get more properties. And then they said, okay, well, I've got 3 children, so I want 3 properties because I want to give 1 to each child. Or I've got enough, I've paid off my mortgage now, I've got enough, and that I just want to get in a caravan and go around Australia. Like, now I can do that with the rental income that's coming in. Like, that's very, very impactful. Like, making an extra $1 million for somebody that's already worth 10 and makes no difference to them. So it doesn't give me the pleasure that I want.
It gives you a lot of satisfaction
For my own
to
purpose,
help.
yeah.
To help people that are in need, more or less.
And the people that's been there, done it as well, like for them, it's just purely like a business logical decision, which is fine. Obviously, that's what this is about. Whereas for the everyday Australians, it's they don't know how. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to begin this journey. Like they know they want to help themselves and improve for themselves and their family, but they don't know how to start. And so like if we can come in and we can support them from the start to the end, hopefully we take away some of those challenges, questions, queries, and fear away, and just help them, support them throughout the whole journey. So because I know 5-10 years from now they're going to be in a better spot than where they are today.
And that's what drives you. That's what gives you the satisfaction to just keep doing what you're doing. Because obviously it sounds like you love what you do.
Yeah, man. Like after building this company, I've now realized it's just beyond me. Like when I was the sales guy or the consultant, like I was trying to be the top and I was worried about me, which was okay because I was young and I was driven. But it got to the point that it's like, okay, well, there's got to be more beyond this. So then I started doing it for my family. I was helping my family get into the property market, going and and having a great life with them. Yeah. And then when we built this company, I was like, okay, well, it's beyond just me and my family. So what else can I do to contribute? Because that's truly what gives like a good satisfaction and pleasure. And so I wanted to give back to the team, and that's why the team culture, the happiness, the vibe needs to be positive. I want to contribute to that, and then obviously with our business, my purpose is to help everyday Australians because I've seen what it can do, and I just wish everybody could do it.
Do you think property is the best way to do that for everyday Australians?
For sure, man. Like,
so you wouldn't want to get into any other like industry, go through different avenues
in terms of investment?
Not just in terms of investment, yes, but like also just other avenues to make money, like stocks, just everything.
Yeah, so it like
shares.
In terms of investments, like for the everyday Australians, I think property is a great avenue because it's less volatile than shares would. You can sell shares fairly quickly, and that's why it makes it a little bit more volatile. For me personally, you got the leverage. You might be able only to put 10 or 20% down, and you can borrow the rest. And so if you're making returns, for example, if you've got 100,000, you can buy something worth 500,000 with the 20% deposit down. So if you're making 5%, now it's 5% on 500, not on the 100,000, right? Because on 100,000 it's only 5,000, but then 5% on 500 is 25,000. So obviously leveraging, it's going to get you to your goal quicker.
Exactly.
There's risks to that, of course. And part of the mitigating of that risk is making sure that all of the costs are covered by the rent that's coming in, but also having enough cash as a buffer so that you don't have to worry if there's problems and changing your lifestyle and things like that.
It's just your day-to-day stays the same.
Yeah, exactly. And I definitely believe property is the best. Other ways like shares is great, but for the average family, they might not research enough to know about the businesses and understand all of that. And obviously there's gold and silver and whatever, but again, you don't get the leverage with those things.
Exactly.
And you don't have the cash flow, right?
Yeah.
Even if the shares makes 10%, you might not get dividends, right? And so you don't get the cash flow coming in. If you have gold and the gold price goes up, you still don't have the cash flow coming in. There's no money coming in.
Yeah.
Right. So another avenue is obviously having a business, but that's that's different because it's not really investment now. I think it's more to do like, you're trying to build a business and you're working towards something with a business.
Yeah. Awesome. So.
All right, man. Thank you. That was pretty cool to kind of hear it from your perspective and what you want to know about. I hope that, you get one or two key takeaways from that.
Yeah, of course I did.
Was there any one key takeaway from the whole thing?
Just with the family, just how that's benefited you, that's made you strive to be better. It's more of a benefit to you than a disadvantage. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So, hopefully we get to have more chats, and I'm sure we'll see you on the future episodes. But again, thank you for coming on.
Cheers, Hendri.
Thanks, guys.